What's up, West? Welcome back to the West Side Weekly. I'm Ryan Whitcup.
And I'm Indigo Hall.
If you're in any extracurricular activities, be sure to check the LMC window to see when your group is getting their photos taken. All pictures will be taken in the small gym, and at the beginning of each class period, Mr. Esper will announce whose turn it is.
Let's talk snow days. The easiest and fastest way to find out if there's a snow day is to text at WSH News to 81010. If there is a snow day, you get a text immediately and you'll be able to roll back into bed. The WSH News text system also sends great info like special schedules and relevant news. The text line has also been sent to your school email for easy access. On Monday, January 28th, the add and drop period ends. Make an appointment with your counselor if you have any schedule conflicts.
Tuesday, February 5th, sophomores will be visiting the Career Tech Center from 4th to 6th hour. We will also have an extended period that day to begin the course selection process for next year, so be thinking of what classes you might want to take.
Hey, I'm Jacob Vandermeulen, and I'm here to talk about Applied Visual Arts, which is the video production class here at West. It's a place where you can sharpen skills like videography, editing, and audio production. Here's what it's like to be an AVA.
Give it a thumbs up. Perfect.
All right.
Hi, I'm Ryan Whitcup. I mostly co-host on the West Side Weekly Student News.
And I'm Paige Fisher. I also co-host and I write the scripts.
The biggest reason that I chose AVA was because I wanted to be a broadcast journalist, and I think that it'd be a good way to learn how to do some of the stuff that they do.
And I also took this class to see how each segment would be filmed.
I'm Jackson. You usually see me in the segments. I took AVA because it gives me a lot of creative freedom. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Now on to Mr. Esper to see a few ways that you can share your voice with the administration here at West Senior High.
Good morning, Titans. We just want to remind you, as we're about halfway through this school year, different ways that students can give feedback and have input at West. We know West is a little larger than some of the other high schools up here. There's about 1,700 of you guys in the student body here at West, but that doesn't mean that people can't have a voice. So some of the common things that I want you to pay attention to if you have ideas you want to share during second semester, the first of which is the student survey, and we try to do this 3 times a year now. So you did one a few weeks ago, and then we took the information from that survey, and that's what we're going to use for the topics for student voice that's happening over the next 2 weeks. So those student surveys will happen again in February. The next one's on Valentine's Day, and then the last one I believe is in May. So whenever you got something that you want staff at West to know, or things you think can make West a better place, make sure you put it in that survey. The first survey we did, there were lots of little things, but there were definitely some things too about people wanting to improve relationships around here and make sure that what they do at West is actually preparing them for their future. So those are some of the things we're going to talk about in Student Voice. And Student Voice is the next place you can give input. We randomly pull names for Student Voice from all grade levels. So you might get called down to the office at some point this year and get handed an invitation for Student Voice. If you do, it's your choice to come, but I'd really encourage you to come. It's a really simple protocol. Everybody gets a chance to talk, and that's a good way for us to get some more specific input on those things that are going on. Some of the other systems that we have, if you want to give input, are student forums. Those are a little bit different than Student Voice because our student mediators run those, and those just happen on demand as there's a big topic that comes up, like we did one last spring on school safety, because there was a lot of concern about that with what happened in Parkland. So we might have student forums at some point of the year if there appears to be a need. There's the Senate Idea Box that's in the main office that you'll hear about later. And then there's always, you can talk to an adult or talk to a student leader. So the other principals in the building, Mr. Oberski, Mr. Kolbus, Mr. Wares, you can always let them know if you have an idea. You can always let your counselor know, or one of your teachers, if you have something that you want to have passed down. And you can always tell one of your student leaders too. You elect student senate, there's class council, there's also Key Club and NHS officers. Those are good people to know when you see things that might be able to be changed. And understand, whenever we can change things for the better, we're going to do that. There's always some things that come up as well that we can't change, like West is going to be a closed campus, and we can't change what the federal guidelines are for student lunches and some of those things. But we can always look at how we implement things that are required if people have good ideas about that. And a lot of things have changed at West since West opened in 1997-98 based on the ideas of the students. So we'd encourage you to keep moving those ideas our way. So in addition to all those channels for feedback or things to improve the school, like we talked about earlier in the year when you watched the school safety video, we also want to know if you see things around school that concern you in terms of safety, or even just safety and well-being of one of your friends. So we continue to encourage students to use OK to Say. OK to Say is a website. It's got an app for iPhone and an app for Android that you can download for free, and those are confidential. Anything you put into OK to Say comes to us through law enforcement. It's not anonymous, but it is confidential, and people are not going to know that you report it. So if you see something that you're concerned about, throw it into OK to Say so we can quietly check it out behind the scenes.
Hey Westies, welcome to the Student Senate portion of the Westside Weekly. I'm Brooke.
I'm Matt.
Tonight we have a really big ski meet. There's only one home ski meet each year. It's at Hickory tonight, and the theme is Hawaiian skier. So you can go ski bum with your goggles and hat and then put on a lei or whatever you want to do with that. Battle of the Fans, we just finished 2 weeks of challenges that we sent in. We'll keep you guys updated with that and where it goes. But good job, everyone. Seniors, if you want to help design the senior shirt for the party, they're due March 14th, and the theme is glow in the dark. You can talk to Mrs. B in the library if you want some more information about that.
The swim team is still collecting shoes in Lower A-Wing, so donate those shoes. And also sign up to help with the Father Fred Frostbite food drive.
In the main office.
Yeah.
Some people call me the space cowboy. Wild West, desperado, rough rider. No, you don't want nada. There's 6 gunning this, brother running this. Buffalo, no. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of distress when she meet Jim dress. Roughneck, so go check the roughneck. So go watch your step or flex and get a hole in your dress. Swallow your buffalo, don't let your neck react. You don't wanna see my hand where my hand be at. With James dress from the start of this, running the game. Artemis, taming the West. So remember the James. Now who you gonna call? Now who you gonna call? You don't wanna see my. If you ever wanna see my bum.